Hi everybody. It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning here in later on today, sunny Las Vegas. um, I wanted to get a few things done. I know it's the middle of the night, but by the time everybody's waking up, maybe they'll see the video. I went through some of my old notebooks and made some really quick notes about people wanted a video on some common symptoms of fibro, and of course there are more, so I'll go back and add to it. But the most common ones, of course, the number one symptom is pain, and that goes anywhere from, like, the majority of us have that burning pain, and I describe that to doctors as it's like somebody poured acid in my muscles, and it's when a flare hits, it's every major muscle group, right down to like your chest wall. It's a horrible burning feeling, like acid on you. Some people say throbbing, stabbing, but when you're in a flare, it's severe. And the difference between this and normal pain is this is chronic. This is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and normally they like to have it last, I think, between like 1 and 3 months to be considered chronic, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, pain is absolutely the number one symptom. Number two would be exhaustion. Not, I'm tired, I need a nap. This is bone deep exhaustion. You can't describe it to people. The best example that I have is I was taking my son to work. We stopped at a red light, and the next thing I know, he's saying, "Hey lady, are you going to wake up and like drive the rest of the way, or are you just going to sleep through the rest of the ride?" Luckily, he was with me. I would never dream of falling asleep or getting on the road tired, but it hits fast. And I can't call it like a narcolepsy thing, because you don't just boonk, you're out. You are physically exhausted in every fiber of your being. It goes soul deep. That's the kind of tired I'm talking about. So don't let your doctor say, "You're getting older. Of course you're going to have aches and pains and you're going to be tired. I'm tired too. We're all tired." No. This is not your kind of tired. This is a sick kind of tired, where your whole body just is exhausted, ready to give out. I pulled out my old notebook, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm trying to see. Yeah, and when you're in a flare, the exhaustion is going to be worse than what it would be on a normal day, because on a normal day, we're exhausted. In a flare, we're done. We need our bed. There's no way around it. Don't push yourself. Listen to your body. Do not push yourself, because you'll end up in bed longer. That's just the reality of it. So with the exhaustion, this is the horrible thing. Your exhaustion affects your pain levels, and your pain levels affect your exhaustion. This is why I said listen to your body. If you get caught up in that vicious cycle, it is a vicious cycle. Because then, you're stressed out, you're in bed, you can't get up, you're feeling miserable, and what does stress do? Adds to it all. So there's another component thrown into the whole mix, and pretty soon you're in bed for a month. So it's easier to listen to your body now, go to bed for the day, and get up and start a new day tomorrow, rather than push yourself and get the dishes done and the laundry done. And oh my gosh, I forgot to go to the grocery store. I better go do that because I can feel a flare coming on. I better go get shit done. Oh, you know what? I didn't do laundry. Let me throw a load in real quick, and then I'll just mop the floor, because the floor really needs to be mopped. That way of thinking is how we think, because everything kind of races through our heads. And that way of thinking is the kiss of death with this disease. I get it. Before we got sick, we were all type A personalities. Had to get it done. And we could push through it and get it done. And we still can. That's the problem. We still can, but should we? No. Listen to Renee on this one, okay? Don't. Just listen to your body. Actually, don't listen to me. Listen to your body. All of us that I've ever talked to with fibro, chronic fatigue, lupus, all of us have in common a sleep disorder. Whether that's, unable to stay asleep, unable to get to sleep, waking many times during the night, we all suffer from sleep problems in one way or another. And again, the whole sleep problems feeds right back into it. So this disorder really is cruel, because there's so many things that all come right back around to pain. It's all pain. And your doctor will say, it's just pain. It's just pain. It's not doing damage. It's not like rheumatoid arthritis that actually damages your body, or systemic lupus that damages your organs. It's just pain. Fuck you. Just pain hurts, bitch. It hurts. It hurts. And what they don't tell you about just pain, it's also severe. It hurts. I lumped anxiety and depression in together. And maybe that was wrong, but it break it down if you want to. But for me and the majority of people that I've talked to, they couldn't get a diagnosis, and they were so worried and amped up about what is wrong with me. Am I dying? Is there really something horribly wrong with me? Which is where my head was after a year of being bedridden and in pain, nobody telling me what's wrong with me. I think probably there was depression there. I don't remember there being depression there, but I probably, yeah, there was. But the depression was caused from the sickness, not before that. Before that, I was grieving. So that's a normal, of course, when you're grieving, you're sad, you're going to be depressed, but that's a normal reaction to death. And I had many deaths around me at that point. So I really had a normal grieving process going on, and then wham. But the anxiety of not getting a diagnosis for a year had my body amped up. And of course, our disorder, fibro, is a fight or flight disorder. It's a central nervous system disorder. Our body is always on fight or flight. So we don't know that calm, steady. We don't have that. We are off the wall, tense. And, our adrenaline is amped. Even though we're exhausted because our adrenaline stays amped. Your body wasn't meant to do that forever. A fight or flight response is in response to a danger or a threat. And it releases adrenaline, boom, into your system so that you can take off or you can fight. It wasn't meant to run on that. Our bodies are running on that. And so it strained us. We're exhausted. But the anxiety also feeds into that. And everyone I've talked to suffers from some form of anxiety and or depression. That's why I lumped those two in together. And also with that, and I think this is pretty common in depression and anxiety also, but it seems to be pretty predominant in fibro, the mood swings. Somebody said I was so bubbly. Ray said it the other day. How are you so bubbly? And my grandpa used to say, Renee is either bubbling or boiling. And if she's boiling, watch out, because I have a horrible temper. So yeah, I mean, we either bubble or boil. We have horrible mood swings. We're not easy people to live with. We're not. So those of us that do love us enough to, stick with us, kudos, man. You don't have it easy. I guess the next on my list would be gastrointestinal disorders, whether that's ulcers or frequent upset stomachs, or the biggest one is IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Let's see, with that one, how do I want to? Well, it's chronic diarrhea or constipation or a combination of both. And it's worse the more that our anxiety levels go up, the more our stress levels go up. IBS will flare up worse. Some people with certain foods that they eat will kick it off. But I know with me for a long time, I was thinking like, if I eat this, I'm going to end up getting the shits. So feminine. I know. But I had the chronic diarrhea part of it. And I say had because I've been taking these prenatal vitamins. And for some reason, they've helped with the chronic diarrhea, the IBS. I don't know why. Maybe it's the iron in them. Probably the iron in them. So I don't have it as bad as I did, but it's pretty horrible. And IBS can be life-changing to where those that suffer with it don't even want to leave the house some days because you know you're going to get it, and it's not going to be pretty, and you want to be home. So, the next one on my list is cognitive disorders, malfunctions, really. I said today, it's a lot of times hard for me to find the words, so I'm constantly saying, and it's hard to pull those words out of thin air. I'm horrible with names, and when I got sick, I went from a business owner, raising my kids, homeschooling all three of my kids, to somebody that I can no longer do simple addition and subtraction. I lost all math skills. Math skills are one of the first things to go. So just be aware of that. You're not stupid, you're not crazy, and you're not developing Alzheimer's. That's the way this disease works. We lose a lot. And I am saying all the time, one of the things that I miss most that I've lost is my mind. I'm not joking about that. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. We used to play Yahtzee all the time here at the house, and I had to stop because I couldn't add the dice anymore. I would get confused. So I went from being, average intelligence to below average. I'm probably retarded right now, just full-on retard. We have, the next one would be, and this is something that they don't really tell you, but from the, thousands of people that I've talked to, people that I've talked to throughout the years, all of us have an intolerance to chaos. Loud noises, crowds, certain lights, anything chaos. Our mind can't take that, and we pull back. And that is how you end up in your bedroom for years, because it's the only safe spot. I know in my house, this is my office, this is my bed, this is my entertainment, my TV is right above me, that's huge, and that's what's giving me the light right now is my TV. That chaos, we can't take it, and so any part that's like loud or very crowded, we shy away from that. And if you're like me, you keep pulling back, trying to get away from it until I'm here and I'm alone, because I can't deal with noise. I can't deal with crowds. And it's those times when you want to relax and calm down and you can't. Now, that was the last one that I'd written down so far for you guys, because I kind of wanted to touch on a new subject. A lot of people have used self-hypnosis or hypnosis tapes to bring themselves down and calm down and relax. And if that works for you, perfect. Use that tool. Use that tool. I have recently discovered something, and I'm going to be looking into it more and maybe playing around with it with a few videos just to see how you guys react to it, respond to it, if you like it, if you hate it. And it's called ASMR, I believe. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. It is ASMR, yes. And it is a kind of a role-playing, very soft-spoken, whispered, slow-speaking type thing. Noises, gentle tapping. There's crinkles. There's, whispering. The sound of hair brushing is one of them. I would have to get some better microphones, and probably better camera. Hence the Patreon account, which has seen absolutely no action. So I don't think that's going to work out for me, guys. I tried. But yeah, that's something that I'm going to look into, just to kind of do like a guided relaxation, and see if that helps anyone. So it's kind of something that I'm playing around with. And I think that's all I wanted to touch on in this particular video. I'm also going to be putting up a few stories that Princess Sprout and I made up today. That was an absolute blast. So I was making up little nap time stories for her, and she loves to watch my videos. She loves it that Nene is on TV. So I'm going to end up making a couple stories for her and disabling comments on those, of course. But if you have children, feel free to, let them watch too. It's really just something that I'm doing for her. But I didn't want you guys to be like, what is she talking about now? She's gone loco. Well, that happened a long time ago. But I wanted to give you guys a reason why you might see, like, Princess Sprout. What? So, anyway, guys, I am going to, I've got more work to do tonight, so I need to get that done, and tomorrow's a busy day for me. It's been a busy week. I can't get away from it. It's been dealing with the hospital, dealing with Princess Sprout for a couple more days this week than I normally have her, and it's been all day long. So, having fun with her, playing in our garden, but it's worn me out. So I know, listen to my body, get in bed. I know. But I have grocery shopping to do. I'm doing laundry right now. That's what I mean. I'm a horrible poster child for fibro, because I do all the wrong things, and it bites me in the ass every time. So when you guys see that, maybe it'll be a good thing for you guys to see. But yeah, I haven't had time this week to even turn around, and then Friday I've got her again. So I'm hoping that I can just take it down a notch. I was hoping to stay in bed, like really, really recover, I guess today now, but it's not working out that way. So anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video. And I had an idea for that, and it's gone now. So anyway, leave your comments below. Give me a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. or, the whole fuck you, Renee, go fuck yourself. That works too. That's fine with me. At least I know you're paying attention. Thank you to all my new subscribers. And I'll see you soon. Love you guys.